Hey, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel, where today I'm going to be telling you what I believe are the best things about this 65-inch Samsung QN90F. Now before we get started, I just want to say a massive thanks to UK electrical retailer Peter Tyson, who are kind enough to send over this TV for testing. Now, if you were to purchase this QN90F from Peter Tyson, you're going to be safe in the knowledge knowing that you're going to get a free 5-year warranty, free delivery, and they have finance options available. And to back all that up, they've got great customer service, which is reflected by the amazing reviews on Trustpilot. But don't worry, if this isn't the TV for you, they've got a whole range of other makes and models available. So if you are looking to buy a new TV, I'd really appreciate it if you consider making your next TV purchase from the company that helps support the channel. And I'll put a link to Peter Tyson in the description. Okie dokie, let's crack on then. And the first best thing about this TV is the matte screen. Yes, this screen is matte and not glossy. Now, many TVs that are glossy really suffer when it comes to reflections, but not this bad boy. Now we've got these big windows here, lots of light coming in, and if we move round to the side, you can see we are barely seeing anything at all. Normally, most traditional TVs, you'd now be seeing those windows reflected, it'd be acting like a mirror, but not this TV. It is really, really good at handling those reflections. Even if I turn the TV off, look, I wave, you can't see me being reflected. It is mental. Come around here, yes, we can see the light on that, but it is so diffused, it's not acting like a mirror. And if we just go up close, you can see how matte it is. So yeah, if you've got a room that suffers with a lot of light coming in and it is impacting on your viewing experience, well, this could be the TV for you. Moving along now, and the next best thing about this TV is the black levels. Just check them out. They are looking really, really good. Now, I'm used to testing out a lot of OLED TVs, and whilst this isn't quite up to OLED standards, I think for a mini LED TV, this is doing a sterling job. So if you want the advantages of a mini LED TV, none of the drawbacks of an OLED, but you still want deep dark blacks, then personally, I don't think you're going to go too far wrong with this TV. Okie dokie, next up on the best things list is the brightness. And trust me, this is one bright TV. Now currently I'm just in the standard pitch mode and I've got the brightness set to just 10. Now if I actually just quickly change this up from standard to dynamic and boom, oh my god, that is just absolutely bonkers. It's now just blowing out on the camera. Now, combine that absolutely mental brightness with that matte display, just a wicked combination. And that is the beauty of mini LED TVs. They can go very bright indeed with no risk of burning like you get with OLED TVs. So once again, if you've got a bright room, I think this could definitely be on your shortlist. Now this next best thing is something that everyone will appreciate, and that is the design. Now let's just go in a little bit closer and just check out how thin these bezels are. Look at that, they are absolutely tiny. Remember the days when they were like that, proper doorstops? Not anymore. Check that out, proper thin. Now moving around to the side, and I just love this finish. It's like a brushed gunmetal, and to be fair, for a mini LED TV, it is pretty thin. Put my finger up there as some sort of reference. Moving around to the back, and again, nice and thin. Slight curved on it, but the majority of it is pretty flat and not bulky like some other TVs. So overall, I think it's a proper premium looking design. Now this next best thing is something that I think all the TV manufacturers could learn from, and that is the remote control. Yes, this thing is absolutely diddy. Just check that out in the palm of my hand. It's tiny, but that isn't the best thing about it. You know, it is minimalistic. We've got shortcuts there for Netflix, Samsung TV Plus, YouTube and Prime Video. Just minimalistic buttons, but if we flip it over, It is solar powered. Yes, no need for batteries, just charge this up with a bit of light. But hey, what about if you're short on light? Well, you don't need to worry because on the bottom, a USB-C charging port. No worries of having to rob the batteries out of your kids' toys anymore. So that is the next best thing about this TV. Now this next best thing again is to do with the remote, or should I say remotes. Yes, we actually get two of them. I think that is great. So we get this minimalistic one that I've just shown you, and this really basic one as well. But I think it's just handy, you know, if you've lost your swanky remote, you got this as a backup. Or you can have one each between you and your partner and you can battle it out on the buttons. Fair play Samsung, you get a big thumbs up for me for that. Moving along, and this next best thing is something that could save you a lot of hassles. And that is the fact that this TV has a removable power cable. Yay! Now this might not seem a big deal, but some manufacturers will insist on actually fixing the power cable to the back of the TV. Meaning if your power supply socket is quite far away from the TV, you could be running an extension lead or even cutting off the plug and trying to extend the wire somehow. So not ideal, but with this, it's simple figure of 8 connection, unplug it and just go and buy a longer one and there you go. Happy days. Fair play Samsung. Nice and simple, but it's what the consumers want. And other manufacturers, LG, could learn a lesson from Samsung. Now this next list of best things is for all you gamers out there. So let's get started with HDMIs. Now I'm pleased to say that this has 4 HDMIs, all are 2.1 and good for up to 4K 165Hz. Plus along with that we're getting VRR and support for FreeSync and G-Sync. Now if that wasn't enough, I've got one more great thing for you gamers out there. So grabbing my remote control, holding down on the play pause button, and we get up the game bar. This gives us a whole range of information about what's going on. So about the input lag, the resolution, frames per second, we've got HDR and VRR. And along with that, we've got virtual aim point, we've got screen ratio, mini map zoom, game motion plus, sound output and help guide. Plus we have quick access to the more settings, so you haven't got to go through all the main menus to just get to the game mode settings, and I think that is great. And there you have it then guys, those are what I believe are the best things about this TV. Now I will also be doing a worst things about this TV to keep things fair, because I believe that you should know both the pros and the cons of any TV that you are buying. Now if you have enjoyed today's video, please do us a favour and give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you already haven't, and hopefully I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Bye for now.